And we're back. We're going to talk the Pittsburgh Steelers deciding to sign Aaron Rodgers to a 1-year deal. And I did a little digging to find a little stuff that's easily to find on ESPN, or NFL.com, or just regular Google search, right? Aaron Rodgers last season had 3,897 yards, 28 touchdowns. Rodgers, from that point, I guess from last season, they thought it was a good way to give him $13.65 million, which include $10 million fully guaranteed with up to $5.85 million in performance and playing incentives, where his contract can topple out to $19.5 in the end. So first off, get your money. Never be a hater of that. Get your money. Straight up. Nothing more than that. But there's some interesting things that I did pull up about him. He's going to be 42 in December. This year in December. Be 42 years old. He ranked 18th amongst QBs last year. Had a PFF overall grade of 78. In 2024, guys, the Jets, went 5-12. In 2023, they went 7-10. That's 500 ball club for him so far as being the starting quarterback for the Jets. 500.
Wait a minute. 2023, he didn't play that year. He was out.
Yeah, you're right.
So the backup played better than him and had a better win percentage.
True story. I messed around and gave him. I shouldn't have gave him that. My fault.
Yeah.
I gave him the 7 games. Scratch that.
So like I said, he's only thing he brings to a Steelers team is most likely a consistent passer.
So I'll say he is the de facto QB1, and then I say he just had a 500, which means it's lower than 500 clearly, because he didn't play the whole entire season. You're absolutely right, because I got his stat sheet down below. That's what I see you looking at it, where he only played 1 game, only had 1 pass attempt, and he was out.
That's that one hit that I think he was tore ACL or something.
Yeah,
one hit
tore something.
He got hit in the first attempt. He hit 4 minutes a game.
So with Pittsburgh signing him, clearly they're going to have him at number QB1. Looks like their depth chart has Mason Rudolph. He's been in the league. I guess he's the NFL backup right now. They got Will Howard, which is their 2025 6th-round pick. And they got Skylar Thompson. I don't know who he is, unfortunately. But towards the end, I want to remember Will Howard being a 6th-round pick, right? So I took a look at his stats for the last 5 seasons, with 2023 being the season he didn't play due to injury. He had a QB rating of 90.5 last year. Man, he had solid numbers for his age, right? 11 picks, so that means he didn't average 1 a game, right? Last year in Green Bay, put up about the same exact numbers. Had a little higher passer rating. This is a thing that I looked up, because I wanted to see how did the team perform overall last year, and they only averaged 19.8 points a game, while the league averaged 22.9. So they are below league average in points per game. They gave up 23.9 points a game, which places them giving up more points than league average.
I mean, you got to think about it. His last year in Green Bay, he had 12 interceptions.
I got 11.
No, 11 with the Jets. I'm talking about last year.
Okay.
Last year, which is why he had a QB rate of 91. And also,
but his QB rate was higher, though. It was higher than last year.
It's higher, because he had more attempts with the Jets. He had more passing attempts. He had less attempts with his last year Green Bay, which is why he had only won by 1 more point. But he had more. He threw the ball more with the Jets, because, again, age, but also he still kept his interceptions high. Still had 11. He had 12 last year in Green Bay, and his first year, after the first year he played, he had 11.
I wouldn't call 11 interceptions high. I mean,
that's high because your offense ain't the thing. You said they on average 17, right? With the Jet, with
They
the
average
19 with the
19.8
Jets.
points a game.
And now that came from.
Yeah, but interception, that's not high because they play 17 games a season. So if he would have threw 17 picks, that means he would only average one a game.
Yep.
Cannot say 11 picks is high because
But if
it's
you
not
gonna-
averaging one a game.
If I'm gonna sign your type of money, I can't. You old and you're throwing 11. You're doing double digit interceptions. Like he may start next year and throw 14. Like look, it's going. You know, he's staying double digit interception. Before he was at his prime Green Bay, he doing what, under 5?
Yeah, but 11 can't. That's not. I can't be.
That's a lot. That's a lot for
not
him.
Averaging one a game.
That's a lot for him. Cause remember they got on. They was on Jay Winston's neck when he was throwing what, 14 interceptions.
I think he was in. I think he threw a.
He was half and half. I think he was
20 piece.
Yeah, I'm saying though, Baker Mayfield was doing double digit interceptions.
He's still starting though.
Yeah, but guess what?
I mean, Eli Manning threw a lot at the beginning of his career.
Yeah, but this man had to end his career. But he had to end his career now. So now you got to look at it, man. I don't know.
Now, I will say with the Pittsburgh Steelers, last year they averaged 22.4 points a game. They only gave up 20. They were 10-7 last year, and they went to the playoffs. They just ran into Lamar Jackson. I looked at the volume of Aaron Rodgers, and I wanted to see how, and this is what I decided. I decided to put Russell Wilson's number together with Justin Fields because, they kind of were like, well, you know what I'm saying? But they decided to go with Russell Wilson at the end of the year, and he still threw more touchdowns than them, and he still had more yards. He just had way more interceptions. So the efficiency of the two quarterback system they ran was actually better last season than what Aaron Rodgers did by himself. No knock against that because, again, I'm comparing 2 to 1. But I was looking at that to see, like, what does he add or how does he change or what does he add to it? And I'm going to be honest with you, like, I don't even know if I can say this is a safe signing. I don't know if I want to say, like, I guess veteran quarterback, he's not going to be trash out there on the field. I guess you can naturally assume, right? You got Mason Rudolph behind them.
Of course, they didn't like, and a lot of Steelers fans not too keen on Mason Rudolph.
So I guess this goes into the first question that I have. Is this a gamble going with Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, because think about it. His first in the Jets, he got hit one time, got hurt. So right now, there's a possibility he's injured. He's injured. At his age, he's injury prone. His first game in Pittsburgh could be the same result as first in New York. Cause look, that's what took Brett Favre out. Still playing at trying to play at a high level at an older age, but the moment you get hit, you out. You done for the season.
Yeah, I'm leaning more. This is more on the gamble side of things. I don't know how this looks for Mike Tomlin as a head coach because wanting to make the playoffs and wanting to win another Super Bowl. I think this is like their best. We're going to win this year mentality, and now we got a quarterback. Another solid quarterback that can, move the ball, but in the division with Lamar Jackson, I don't know if Aaron Rodgers will be the answer for you.
I think the real opinion for the Aaron Rodgers side will only benefit as far as mentoring Will Howard and also keeping relevant. Again, talk about him because right now you didn't sign Aaron Rodgers. You're not really talking about the Steelers at all. There's no attention. They get more tickets because now everybody might want to say, I'm going to see how the Steelers, I'm going to see how Aaron Rodgers do with the Steelers at this point. Because I heard his ticket sales, you're going to see how he play because, like, it helped me, like, nobody really watching the Jets like that until, Aaron Rodgers got signed. So now they're relevant now because now they're a legit team. They're a team they can be around. They just need a good quarterback. But, again, they gambled on Aaron Rodgers, 2 seasons, nothing. Steelers, now they're going to get someone even older, gamble on him, but that just, keep him relevant because right now, the only thing kept them was last year was the Russell Wilson signing, and Justin Fields.
And they made the playoffs. They went 10-7. They were not expected to be over 500 ball club. So they did outperform last year. Straight up. So I'm not going to knock them for that, right? What I am going to knock them for, remember I told you about that rookie? Should they have just drafted Shedeur? Like, man, they should have drafted Shedeur. They should have drafted Shedeur. I think if they would have drafted Shedeur and then signed Aaron Rodgers to a different structured deal, I would have had no qualms with it. The first thing I thought, maybe they're gonna start Aaron Rodgers out early and work Shedeur in, and then have him roll.
That's the expectation. That's the expectation would be. I'm gonna sign Aaron Rodgers. I drafted Shedeur, but I'm gonna sign Aaron Rodgers just so I can have Aaron Rodgers based insurance. But I got built up Shedeur because now he's the future. He's legit.
Yeah, I thought.
But in the day, like I said, Will Howard's third string. If Shedeur would have got drafted, I think he'd have been the second string quarterback.
I'm gonna tell you something right here. I'm gonna make a bold statement. I think that signing or the signing of Aaron Rodgers and then not drafting of Shedeur Sanders, it does definitely seem like the league blackballed Shedeur Sanders. But I think this is going to be what decides Mike Tomlin's fate in Pittsburgh. And I think it's going to bite him in the butt, man. I think there's a big possibility Shedeur comes out, has a solid rookie season. If he starts or not, I think he comes out and plays solid. And I think this is what is going to be, even though it seemed like the NFL, which means Pittsburgh was in on not drafting him, them not finishing well, they're not having a great season next year is what pushes Mike Tomlin out the door. And I think if you had Shedeur Sanders, it could have corrected that.
I think, see, the thing about it is, you say that, but it's the opposite. I think signing Aaron Rodgers saves Mike Tomlin at least another season. Because now everything goes to trash. Your scapegoat is who?
Thanks.
Aaron Rodgers. Yes,
man,
it is. Yes, it is.
Rodgers.
You are. Because guess what? He's old. He's already injury prone. And look, the expectation that he might not, he don't move the needle. So he does worse than with Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. He's the ultimate scapegoat. He has to outperform what they did last year. I mean, they gotta get how many more wins? At least 11, at least 10 to equal what they had last year. So Aaron Rodgers can't get them 10 wins.
Now, Pittsburgh did play Aaron Rodgers, and he threw a touchdown and had 2 interceptions, and they blew him out by 22. I think the score was 15-37. So they played. Pittsburgh blew out New York. So they played him, and they schemed well enough to blow the team out, and he threw 2 picks. So I was like, you signed a guy who, maybe I guess since our defense is that good, that's why he struggled with us. But now he don't got to worry about our defense. So y'all let us know what y'all think, man. Do y'all think this was a safe bet, or do you think this was a shaky signing with them? Because if he plays well, he getting $20 million almost. I just think they should have drafted Shedeur at least a second or third round if he wasn't going first. I think that would have saved Pittsburgh and the tenure of Mike Tomlin. I think that would have saved them because if he came out and played solid, how would Shedeur not start over any of these guys?
But see, him playing solid would be probably equivalent with what they got last year, 10-7. That's him playing solid. Because last year with the Jets, how many games they won with the Jets last year?
He won 5. They went 5-12.
And he had them type of stats, which was like, decent stats for his caliber?
Good, that's good QB stats. Yeah,
only won 5 games. So he plays superior. He plays superior, they get 10 wins. His what he gave you 5 last year.
So like he did his numbers at 28 touchdowns to 3,897 yards, and if he was a running quarterback, had extra 300, 400 on the ground,
these two,
another 4 or 5 touchdowns rushing, that would have been great numbers. You know what I'm saying? So I am being fair and saying those are good QB numbers. A lot of quarterbacks are running now, like your Lamar, your Josh Allen's. What's your guy for Philly? Philly's running. Jalen Hurts is running.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? I'm being fair with him when I say those are good numbers, knowing that he's really just a pocket guy. You know what I mean? So
pocket pass to get out the league.
Y'all let us know what y'all think down below, man. Should they have just signed Shedeur and then would have just gave him a restructured contract and did it that way? Or are the Steelers going to win it all with Aaron Rodgers at QB? Y'all let us know what y'all think down below.
What was the first day of practice like?
Well, it's good. Good to be out here with the guys. Still learning the offense, but good to be in a jersey and cleats again.